for Multi-Comfort Student Contest, this year feels very special to Indonesia since this is the first time I think our country joined this contest.
Halo, selamat siang untuk rekan-rekan. Terima kasih sudah hadir kembali dalam acara Protos kali ini. Di acara Protos spesial hari ini, kita akan membahas dan juga melakukan penjurian secara langsung mengenai sayembara Multi-Comfort Student Contest by Saint-Gobain.
So it's already 16th edition for Multi-Comfort Student Contest. This year feels very special to Indonesia since this is the first time I think our country joined this contest. Okay, then secondly, please receive my congratulations to 3 finalists, including the mentors, in creating amazing concept and design with international scale. I believe you have done your best in creating a sustainably development park combining residential, educational, and recreational function to improve the living environment of the inhabitants and build a sustainable city. When we are talking about the contest, I think all of you know better than me. Of course, the intention is to convert the zone of post-industrial site in Sangduni into a green living, learning, and recreation area respecting both traces of historical heritage of the place and modern neighborhood. A sustainable development needs to embrace the Olympic and Paralympic Games 2024 and Grand Paris. And when we are speaking about Saint-Gobain commitment to the environment, as a 350 years global company with 150,000 employees in 70 countries, we are a major force in the construction industry. We have a role to play in helping to improve the quality of the air we all breathe. So we are implementing our ambitious strategy to reduce our carbon emission to reach zero in 2050. That's the commitment from Saint-Gobain. And we have made this commitment on September 23rd, 2019 in New York by signing the UN Global Compact's Business Ambition for 1.5 degrees Celsius pledge. So Saint-Gobain is working continually on developing new pollution control solution to improve the health of well-being of residents for making the world a better home. So before I end this speech, I would like to convey our 100% support to the winner who will represent Indonesia to the next level and will compete with other contestants from other countries in the world in Paris, June 2021. So good luck for you.
Saya akan berikan kesempatan untuk nomor registrasi dengan 193211 dari Universitas Tanjung Pura.
Good afternoon, everybody. It's a great honor for us to present our design equipment. First, let me introduce our team. Alicia, Sita, and Arif from Universitas Tanjung Pura. The Konyet site was formed in 1853. Then in 2006 until 2010, there were massive demolition. The site ended with very urban culture. After the demolition, there are 3 historical buildings that are still remain. We considered the harmonious around the site and came up with a new idea for the site. There are 4 pillars of e-Konyet. First, we preserve purpose for new function. Maison Konyet become an art center, warehouse become a food court and mini market, and Maison Karen become a health clinic. Second, we ensure access natural resources, reuse waste, and protect the nature to achieve multi-comfort for everyone in the community. Third, we provide blue and green infrastructure to contribute a healthy and livable urban environment with a strong axis to generate monumentality of Maison Konyet. And the last one is we create multi-layer access which accessible to the public, residential, and education for network improvement. This project inspired from Mr. Konyet. We categorize experimental stages and transform it into building zones. First stage represent local centers for residential units and visitors, such as public areas, green spaces, and utilities. Second stage represent residential units, at first until third floor. And the last one is third stage, represent residential units at 4 until 6 floors.
Okay, the next is the master plan. We consider our writing aspect. We want to create a strong impression by considering my situation.
Okay, the next is the master plan. We can consider our existing aspect. We want to create a strong impression by considering mentioned coordinate as a point of view while maintaining the existence of a warehouse to mentioned current. Therefore, the mentioned axis we take is based on the main focus on mentioned coordinate, and then we integrate the axis to the warehouse and to the axis apartment and school, thus creating interconnection between the new and the old design. This axis form integration between a blue and green space based on main concept, the eQuakeNet. The latter is transformed into ergonomic form. It has double layer section with serve and urban connection. To respect the warehouse and mission toy current, we create a completely visible and underground historical gallery, as well as providing visitor with a shortcut to different sections of the gallery. A historical gallery itself offers a sequence time of the coordinate site history to resident and visitor, ending with a strong monumental impression of mentioned coordinate. We create the upper section integrate with the local landscape to bring a cultural attraction and connecting space with the warehouse and mentioned coordinate, mentioned toy current, residential and educational building. And we provide apartment ground as a commercial area and also connect to the warehouse for the food court and mini market. Then mentioned coordinate become an art center, and there is sculpture that we create inspired by Mr. Coordinate experimental wall. We also added outdoor swimming pool and made typical floor plan with flexible spatial solution for living. Based on our school theme, we create a unity of the elementary school and kindergarten with different access, but that also connected each other and their shared facilities. We create simple facade to maintain harmony between the new and the old building. And the last one is the floor plan is adjustable to achieve efficiency and effectivity of the access.
Next is about technical aspect. First is water system. The clean water resources will be listed in two water tank types. For procurement of hot water needs, we use natural solar to heat the water. For sustainable water system, the grey water will be recycled to be a flash water. For ventilation system, we maximize a fresh air supply, and to keep the balance of temperature, we use a heat changer system. The sunlight used for natural light rooms and collected for electricity resources for buildings and public spaces. Firefighting system is divided into two systems according to the room's function. There are sprinkler and holon system, and we add an exhaust system at emergency stairs. Technical aspect also consider multi-comfort solutions such as for visual comfort solution, we use Sage glass product to maximize incoming of the natural light and minimize the solar heat. For acoustic comfort solution, we use isopropyl hypochlorite to reduce noise from HVAC system and wall insulation product. For thermal comfort solution, we use Sage glass product that for the windows that can reduce the incoming of solar heat, and the isopropyl material for the wall thermal insulation. We applied stainless steel that sun shading with a simple design to make the apartment building not oppose the historical building nearby. This is sun shading with a high performance and advanced technology for multi-comfort needs. Here are the details of the building. The partition walls with a single stud system, the external walls with a slat wall system, the flat roof detail, the school walls detail that consider the building's position that close to the railroad, so we use a layered wall system to reduce noise from the train. The skylight detail of the gallery. To include natural light in the gallery, we use Tetra-Tech glass product for flooring that is laminated safety glass with sophisticated level of transparency. This is our design calculation with the final result of energy efficiency classes is 15.
Here's our design. First amphitheater offers the warehouse and apartment and block. Resting factor to maintain the competition between old and new buildings. Public area and green area to achieve sustainable communities integrated with historical buildings that still exist.
congratulations, first of all, for from the student from the Tanjung Pura University. You guys did very well, and
Thank you, sir.
I actually particularly like the overall master plan, yeah, because I think I'm very much putting a lot of attention to planning and the urban design of your area. And your plan is pretty simple and straightforward. In fact, one of your access to the conservation building, the Maison Econet, is very respectful, yeah. But I have few questions in mind, and I wish to discuss with you. And if you can elaborate more, I think this is a good opportunity. First of all, you try to create a 3-layer of so-called response according to the 3 stages of Coinet sort of like stage in the development, right? Yes. You managed to do the first section, the gelatin, the second one, the concrete, etc., the third one, and you try to relate that with your floor plans and also the way you organize the element. The one thing that is, I'm curious to know, is one thing that's missing is when you put all these pieces together, where is the plan? Where is the simple plan that can show the organization of your thinking? I know that you have a diagram, that brown diagram with all the bullet of the sort of like the, you know, the destination, etc. But do you have anything more technical? Because I think we need to know how your layout of your units, because you decide, you have a very good, a typical unit plan, but when it's put together into a overall floor plan of the whole blocks, that's where I think I'm a bit lost. That's the first one. If you can probably explain a bit, for example, how the unit have a ventilation, how the unit has a sun exposure, etc., where it's actually facing the sun orientation, and how the circulation from the ground level to second, third, and fourth level of the apartment. Yeah? The second one is probably a little bit more related to your axis. Any reason why you put water? Because you have a lot of big ponds of water in there, and how that relates to the sustainability of the overall sites. Yeah, you managed to do a very good building sustainability measures and also your calculation. But as a site, as an overall, do you factor in the water also as part of your how you manage it? How do you pump it, and all the circulation create a lot of burden usually in the site operation? Yeah. Okay, so that's probably my 2 questions. If you can answer and give some explanation.
First of all, congratulations for all of you from Tanjung Pura for the achievement at this stage. You actually successful to eliminate all the competitors and more become a top 3 to become one of our delegation to the international competition. Actually, my questions mostly same with Pak Sibarani, because I like the first concept of your presentation and your material that you explain everything. I mean, you explain about the potential, the benefit, and also all the concept, yeah, that's you want to make in this building. But the same like Pak Sibirani said, I cannot see how all the pieces come together to become one plan, at least floor plan. That's the we missing as a particularly. Okay, this is for units like that. You make all the types of the units, and also all the concept of the schools, everything. But when you show us the floor plan is only empty, and there is no the concept of how to the circulation of the floor plan itself. I cannot see that, and especially in the apartment. Yeah, that's the important things that this is. What the competitions Benjamin means, that we have to know how you incorporate all the IDs, all the potentially items that potentially component that you show us, you explain to us, but we cannot see in the one compact floor plan. And same also with Pak Sibarani, this is for the building, but the other is for the site plan. I think Pak Sibarani already mentioned about that. I think only that two questions that you have to explain to us so we can truly understand what you mean.
Okay, thank you for the question. So we create this unit which share on the floor plan and consider all the part of the community. For the natural ventilation, we place the unit around the building so the community can have all the needs for the multi-comfort. Saint-Gobain product also help us to achieve multi-comfort for the community living.
Okay, for the water, that we function to manage waste, but for the section we miss it.
Good afternoon, ladies and everyone. It is a pleasure to be here today. We are participants from Pelita Harapan University. This is our team members, Robbie, Alexis, and Wilbert, guided by Jackie Theodore, to present to you our project called Isolation to Reconnection. When we first looked at the web and the site, we felt there was a isolation between the buildings and the surrounding area. Western Coinet, as valuable historic buildings, has lost connection with the community. We began to think that can you know that development serve as a new bridge, connect to the people, connect to transport the people, and provide comfort for both residents and community. Imagine those connections, and we start to design multi-comfort experiences to the buildings and also for the whole environment. At the site inside the unit, this span west to east is very important to transport people. We propose a part in the middle, create a welcoming environment for various mobility in the area. Because the part is covered by buildings, it will have a pleasant wind and allow people to sit longer. We strategically reconnect with existing public transportation. There are trains at the east and both at the west. The connection from the site to the nearest station is an underground tunnel with some details. It is important to increase pedestrian access and permeability for successful neighborhood. We try to upgrade sidewalks into 3 areas, furnishing pathway and fountains. The respective sites at Maison Planet are connected with a crosswalk in front of the community cafe. For La Maison Planet, we preserve the building facade as it holds a spirit from the past and retrofit the function of the building into small museum and gallery to adapt into current situation. For the warehouse, to become relevant, we convert it into multi-purpose hall and local products retail. When people pass by, we hope they can see the activation of this warehouse and witness the social transformation. We are also proposing a building called Community Cafe. The Community Cafe stands the opposite of the La Maison Planet, insists directly exposed and welcoming people coming from the river transportation.
In this education, we split the building into 2 mesing, one for the elementary school and the other for the playgroup. The shape of the building formed without sharp edge to symbolize dynamic and safe school environment. The classroom was put at the south to access more daylight for the entire year. Other facilities facing the park, so the children could feel nature in the teaching and learning process in the school environment. The school building was designed with some openings and atrium. It could balance the comfort criteria during a crowded time and during a class situation. The atrium in the middle that can be used as the playground, so the learning process becomes fun and educational. The facade with secondary skin using wooden shading and plants to avoid glare inside the classroom. The formation of the facade follows the basic shape of a school building. The cantilever is a response to potential natural daylight and a good ventilation in order to have productive classroom. The application of a green roof area with the solar panels can avoid thermal loads into buildings and saving energy. The application Saint-Gobain materials such as Saint-Gobain E-Class, Gyproc, glass wool, and Isover HVAC Climaver will bring maximal condition for the teaching and learning activity.
Okay, so now for the residents. The building volume of these residents try to fulfill numbers of living units that the brief required. The building was split into 4 parts to allow cross ventilation and ground access. There is connect area in between building that serve as a communal area for the residents. The terracing meshing is a strategy to correspond with the local wind direction from southwest. Maximize daylight for each living unit, and this terrace produce a continuous greenery from the park at the ground floor to the rooftop green roof. This will demonstrate environmental sustainability. On the ground, we provide retail to support residents' needs and act as active frontage for the pedestrian. The facilities such as a backyard garden is privately for the residents' children to play in. In the second floor, there are open balconies and also breathing space for community area. And also the car parking is natural ventilated basement. This residence has facilities such as a gym, restaurant, library, relax area, co-working space, cafe, supermarket, and ground floor area to support the needs of the resident. The resident applied the concept of biophilic, which respond to the 4 main aspects to provide multi-comfort. For thermal comfort, plant can be used for shading to retain heat. Then plant can also refresh body, mind, and spirit or connect with nature visually. Then plant can also reduce noise from outside and maintain acoustic comfort. And finally, the plant can also provide fresh air from surrounding environment. For additional programs such as a botanical garden, urban park, and theater to support recreative, educative, and also interactive environment. We design 9 types of residential living unit. All of the rooms have daylight access through the window opening. The residents side by side by the train station. To block out the noise, we have 3 layers to achieve the domestic comfort acoustic. The first layer is natural vegetation around the building and also in front of the balcony. The second one is on the facade using Istover Optima system, reducing the level of the external noise by as much as 50%. The third one is the floor material using mineral wool Multimax as sound insulation for the home. For the ventilation part, this resident used natural ventilation using SGG triple glazing climate top to achieve the comfort of the breathing architecture coupled with a to air and visual element. The main heating system of part of the residence is obtained from the solar panel on the rooftop of the residence. Then the heat energy obtained is used for radiant heating and water heating. This is an illustration of solar panel. If the entire roof of the building is installed in a solar panel, then annually we can save up to $10 million. This residence building is also catch the rainwater on the roof. The flow into the rainwater tank below the ground. Then it's filtered using the filter. Later it can be used for the irrigation and also water for sprinkler. This is an analysis of natural lighting in each room unit. As you can see, each bedroom unit can get sufficient natural lighting. The area is lowest lux that in a range of 100 lux. For the construction detail, we use Istover Akupita with the advantage of excellent sound and non-flammable, and also does not settle, achieve thermal and acoustic comfort. We partition wall Istover Max 30, which is friendly and easy to with fire resistant. Also low carbon construction material to achieve thermal and acoustic comfort.
So what I want to ask to you is about the daylighting strategies that you show in the simulation with Revit. I think if you can move to the slide, it will be best. For the simulation, actually, we see that you try to show us how much the daylight penetrate the rooms in your apartment unit. So what I want to know is that if we see the floor plan of your apartment, there are some rooms that are not located or is not exposed to any outside area or any sun, any lighting from the sun. So how do you cope? How are your strategy to get the lighting in that particular unit?
For how do we use reach the daylight into the further more inside to the room, we use there's some void in the buildings. You can see the notation in the floor plan. There are some notation for void, so it can still possibly to get more daylight and in the rooms.
For each room in inside, we still add a void in it, so it possibly to get direct sunlight to each room.
So I think we like the overall sort of like layout of your concept and there's certain level of simplicity of the message, although sometimes we try to find a bigger letter, because I cannot read this very small little caption in there. I think for you young people, I think you can read very well. For us, the older generation, we cannot read the small little, tiny fonts in there. But in general, I see there is a certain shape that you always kind of like repeat. It's kind of like curvilinear shape, and you divide these blocks in. You also do a certain level of setbacks of your building that looks like a pyramid shape that has some greenery. That's first thing, and why there are different shapes of all those blocks, especially the residential, and why that kind of kinks happen. I think this is something that I wish that you can explain more. And there is also another observation that I make. Your building seems to be, especially the one in the corner, and that kind of the L shape, the one at the end corner, that looks pretty fat, and usually a building for residential tend to be more elongated, that allows certain sun penetration, ventilation to happen. So I want to know more about why you put in a residential typology that has a multiple corridor, because that start to create certain issues of ventilation, and I think Wenda just now mentioned about the sun penetration. If you can help to answer that will be good. Thank you.
Oke, terima kasih Pak Sibaradi. Dan mungkin satu lagi dari Pak Denny, ada tambahan yang ingin disampaikan atau ingin mengkurasi dari
there is actually there is a make it short. Like and because there's too many corridors, is only 1 meter as far as I know. As if I try to measure it from your other size, it's too tight. Even 1 meter is not enough even for the HDB building. So that's also that in the inside unit there is no potential. You said there is void there, but the void is not continuously up to the top. And I think this is in France, I mean, in Indonesia, they need the sunlighting more than us here in Indonesia. Why you put so many louvers there? That I think your concept is to provide glare, and you put sun shading there, but we have to consider about the location of this building as well. That this building needs sun more than our country climate. So I think this tool enough. There's more, but I don't think you have time to answer all those questions. Okay, I think enough, Pak Bayu.
Terima kasih. Sebetulnya selain ada Mas Wenda dari Sanggobang, di sini juga ada Ibu Stella. Ada yang ingin tambahkan, Bu Stella?
For the residence concept, the building volume of the residence is to try to fulfill the number of living unit. Then the building was split into a 4 part for allow the cross ventilation and ground access. There is also a connect area between the buildings as a communal area for the residents. And then why the shape of the residence like that is because we try to maximize for daylight for each living unit. So, and also we can add in it.
One more thing. I want to know that there is some sculpture on the side. As you can see, there's so many umbrellas, quote unquote. Is that for the water collecting, for rainwater collecting, or for what? If for rainwater collecting, the size, the volume that can accept the waterfall or the rainwater, I think it's better if you put it on the roof of the building. There's so many areas that you can make it that as the water collecting.
Ya, silakan ditanggapi. Masih ada waktu sekitar 2 menit lagi, teman-teman OPH.
Thank you for the question. Yes, the structure all around the site is for the water collector, and the function of the water collector is to drinking fountain, fire hydrant, and water the tree. We also install the roof garden, the rooftop collector for the residence area, and for one sculpture, one tower, it's the capacity of the collector is around 20 liters. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. We are Fadia, Sylvia, and Hilman from ITB, mentored by Mr. Doni, here to present our work, Reminiscing the Past, Rebonding for the Future. Flash fact, during our research, we found an interesting fact that 45% of its population consists of young adults and growing households, and 65% of which are blue-collar workers from the past industrial enterprise. Its crime rate is also far higher than the national average. The lack of affordable housing still remains a reality, with 20% of the current dwellings are deemed unfit for repose. Hence, the proposal will apply the multi-comfort design principle to the micro-intervention. The strategic site location is situated in between the vital features around Saint Denis. The designs take the initial master plan's purpose rate and density regulation into consideration. Micro-analysis of existing heritage building and climate data play a pivotal role in the design decisions. The study of annual physical aspect mapping is also reflected in the proposed master plan, making use of the natural seasonal occurrence and layout positioning. And now, introducing our design vision, the sustainable, permeable, and memorable Saint Denis. The proposed designs strive to promote reminiscence of the respected past while moving forward to the future, aka Rebonder. As the main idea was to design a sustainable development complex, the programs are derived from the SDG.
Our design process leads to superimposed grid, mainly designed based on the energy efficiency and the motion conjoint orientation. This configuration result in more fun and dynamic positive public space. Our site plan was arranged as a site density regulation, aligned with the sun path analysis. This arrangement caters any scenario of activity in specific area in each season. For example, even in winter, could be concentrated in the north area, which is warm because of the building heat trap. In the southern area, Several cooling pit inlets are placed for apartment passive cooling system. We take advantage from the different fresh air pressure as a result of natural heating of the upper chimney and the ground inlet. During summer, air flows into the ground inlet, cooled down by the basement pit and distributed to the unit and exit the solar chimney. Meanwhile, the current during winter season being catched by the solar chimney and exit through the ground outlet. Here's our zoning and layout design. On the ground, each public pocket nodes that secure from the superimposed grid was connected to improve ease of movement throughout the site. As an added value, natural monitoring could prevent crime instances. In the long run, this could help lessen vehicle use and decrease the carbon footprints. The connectivity also offers leveling experience for elevate visitors' point of view. The urban farming and the public park at the bottom of the site act as buffer zone for heat whilst producing fresh air, which through the prevailing winds flows into the pit inlets and towards the northern habitated zone. The urban farms serve for food chain shortening and resilience. It also aims to generate activity and income for the apartment residents, in hope to minimize the area's crime rate and cut down their traveling distances.
To look into the heritage buildings of Saint Denis, which consists of La Maison Cognier and L'Entrepôt. Instead of using conventional conservation approach, both are designed retroactively, making it more engaging and revealed. The current Maison Cognier is in alarming state. According to its preliminary study document, an adaptive rehabilitation program could save the building. Thus, we propose a more open plan layout for flexible new uses. And for the warehouse, with an adaptive reuse approach, it's turned into a more vivid and lively marketplace, with mezzanines and connecting bridges. The following image shows the before and after revitalization scene.
Okay, now our apartment consists of 3 towers of 4 until 5 floors. And here's the room type percentage of our 262 apartment units. Our innovation for the apartment units is the expandable system. The idea was generated on the notion that Saint Denis consists of growing families and working class. For example, the initial cost of a 4-bedroom expandable is more expensive than regular ones. But in the long run, they can gradually add up more rooms in the mezzanine level. Each apartment towers have 5 foyers located beside the core. The foyers function as shared social living space for the residents and enable visual connectivity between every 2 floors. For the apartment unit, every bedroom and living area has direct access to daylight and fresh air. We also use kinetic facade system to respond to the daylight penetration and irregular disuniform ones to avert noises from the RER.
For the core micro intervention, we adhere to the multi-comfort principles by Saint-Gobain. The following are the thermal comfort strategy with solar chimney for stack effect, smart integrated monitoring system for occupants comfort control, and HVAC system. For the visual comfort, we use products and devices that allow natural daylighting whilst reducing the glare. This image shows the unit's daylighting simulation. For the acoustic comfort, we incorporated elements that provide protections against noise whilst improving the room's acoustic. The indoor air quality scene uses airtight non-VOC materials and direct air capture carbon engineering technology. The design also considers alternative energy generation, conducted by the PV and turbines of the chimney shaft and overstraight bridges. For water efficiency, we use rainwater harvesting for fire sprinkler, flushing, and irrigations. The following slide shows the overall savings simulated using Edge app. Here's the base and improved case, with 45% energy, 53% water, and 26% material embodied energy saving.
Our school is located on the southern area, which has lower density. The kindergarten and primary school are separated by shared area. The playgrounds are placed in as inner courtyard to allow supervision and visual access. Outside school hours, computer room, leisure area, common hall could be accessed from the connectivity bridge. We aim to put extra attention for acoustic comfort. The building mass is surrounded by the green belt as natural noise buffer zone. Facade and the facade of the east side is designed to be regular to avoid constructive noise interference.
I have a question for all of you from the ITB regarding for what I see in the design. Could you tell us the concept when you doing the simulation for the daylight in the area in the residential building? Can we see your design in the residential? Because when I saw the design for the daylight simulation, see, this is the toilet bathroom, but the daylight is very low. It becomes dark. But it is an important thing. As you know, toilet is very humid, so we need good daylight, something like that. Maybe enough for my side.
Okay, I'm just gonna add the comments. Yeah, I really like the scheme because it really have so many things that you pack into one presentation. It is unfortunate that you cannot finish everything. So I think this is something that we need to learn how to. You have so many things that you want to show, but then how do you make it really simple? Yeah, but I like in general that you touch on many things, and certain things that like urban farming is something that is, I think, will be very good sort of theme to show, especially in the Europe, where they start to think about these things also very well. And I think it's very smart that you also try to juxtapose the axis between the two, yeah, and allowing certain time of dynamics, but then you don't actually try to complicate the apartment building with certain level of difficulty in the sort of like shape of your geometry. But I do have a concern, one concern about your apartment. I think one of your apartment, especially the one that is blocking the front stage of your house, because that's a little bit difficult to explain. I mean, to digest, because I think you tend to block and put it on the back, it's fine, but then blocking it in the front, it's a bit difficult, yeah. But I generally like, because you have a lot of innovation in there. I think Pak Denny also will share some comment about this as well.
Actually, first time I saw this presentation, it surprised me that you not only to fulfill the task that required in the TOR, but also you have to come up with another idea, another innovations. That I like the chimney concept, and also yeah, you try to answer to solve the problem during the winter time and also the summertime. That's very innovative, very smart, I think. My concern is for the site. I think Pak Sebrani already mentioned about the building blocking the view of the warehouse and also view to the maisonette, the Quainite. My question is about the, you have make some modification on the heritage building, even though only the interior building. I think, did you already check the regulations there? So as far as I know, there's in Europe there is a strict regulation about the modifications of the heritage building, that you put, they have already stairs backside and also outside, but you modified them to become very different. I don't know. I mean, what is why do you come up with that idea?
Okay, I'll try to answer for the first question first from Castella. We try to accommodate the living area first, so the bedroom and the living area, because toilet is not really used as often as living and bedroom. So the need for lighting can be provided through artificial lighting. We also provide lighting sim, but we didn't show it in the presentation. Maybe Hilman can show it.
This is the lighting sim at the bathroom, and this one is also for.
Yeah, that's the lighting sim that we try to use on Dialogues. Okay, that's all.
Okay, first of all, I want to thank the judges for the feedbacks and maybe suggestions, and thank you so much for appreciating the innovation we provided. And For the heritage theme, we actually studied from some residents in Europe, and honestly, we didn't really look that much into the legal being published, but the facade actually adapts from the original ones with several intersection of connectivity bridges. But for the openings, we only add more space for people to, we only modify some, the size of the opening. And for the interior, we actually, it's actually the original interior, which is being renovated actually really now in the Europe. So for the interior, it actually adapts the actual renovation theme that currently happening in the Europe.
I'm trying to answer the question about the building blocking the warehouse. If we can see from the site plan, the warehouse is located between the two apartments, so we doesn't try to block it, but we try to make a sense of surprise. So when people enter our site, they don't see the warehouse, but after they coming in, when they turn it, they look at the left, we got the frame from the apartment and the warehouse. So what we are trying to show is not about the blocking, but we are trying to make them sense of surprise.
And like forming the vista of heritage, because
Thank you.
the gate is superimposed, juxtapositioning the old and new, and they're not met enclosed and confined like the conventional ones, but we try to make it more engaging and revealed. That's why they are like in close proximity between each other. And we try to make the activities flows into and out of the structure, thus it becomes a center of activity for the nearby public pockets and circulation nodes, even for the residentials and for the public coming into, or visitors coming to the site. So they can actually like blend in and try to do what Parisians usually do, something like that, maybe.
Adding to what Sophia said, so we try to engage heritage into the daily life of the Saint Denis resident.
And maybe it's kind of blocking because there is still some setbacks because of the density regulations, and that's what we adhere to. It's still the regulations. Thank you so much.
Bu, kalau boleh saya tahu, sebetulnya apa sih Bu tujuan diselenggarakannya sayembara ini Bu dari Saint-Gobain sendiri?
Oke, terima kasih Mas Bayu. Sebelumnya saya ucapkan apresiasi yang sangat tinggi buat teman-teman, adik-adik, mahasiswa dan mahasiswi, karena dalam situasi COVID saat ini, di mana mungkin kita nggak bisa langsung ketemu ya, bertatap muka, bahkan mungkin satu sama lain dengan rekannya ada yang melalui online kali ya pada saat pembuatan. Jadi saya nggak bisa bayangkan bagaimana akhirnya kalian semua bisa menghasilkan karya yang begitu keren banget ya. Nah, seperti biasa dalam suatu kompetisi pasti ada juara-juara yang untuk saat ini tertunda. Ya, juara-juara yang tertunda untuk saat ini. Kita dari Saint-Gobain Indonesia berharap bahwa untuk juara-juara yang tertunda saat ini jangan patah semangat ya, terus berkarya ya, sehingga nanti kita akan ketemu lagi di lain kesempatan. Sementara yang sudah masuk di 3 besar, congratulations, bangga menjadi bagian dari kalian. Semoga nanti begitu ke tahap internasional bisa membawa nama arsitek Indonesia secara dunia ya, secara global. Oke, menjawab tentang pertanyaannya Mas Bayu tadi, apa sih tujuan dari dibuatannya kontes dari Multi Campus Student ini? Sebenarnya ini visi dari Saint-Gobain itu sendiri. Saint-Gobain secara worldwide ya, secara global. Jadi Saint-Gobain itu kita percaya bahwa suatu bangunan tidak hanya membicarakan mengenai struktur, pasang bata, plaster, kemudian hal lain yang memperindah di dalamnya ya. Tidak hanya itu, jadi bangunan itu harus memiliki nyawa lah ya istilahnya ya, di mana si bangunan tersebut dapat memberikan kenyamanan, ya, kesehatan dan kesejahteraan. Tidak hanya untuk orang yang tinggal di dalamnya atau orang yang berada di dalamnya, juga untuk semua orang di sekitarnya, ya. Dimanapun bangunan tersebut ada, didirikan, sebaiknya bisa mendeliver kenyamanan, kesehatan, dan kesejahteraan tadi. Sehingga tidak hanya itu saja, hal yang kedua yang lebih penting adalah dapat meminimumkan dampak lingkungan sekitar. Itu sebenarnya tujuan utamanya. Dan untuk mengimplementasikan hal tersebut, Saint-Gobain pun meng-create suatu kontes di mana sasarannya adalah student, ya, baik arsitek, sipil, dan jurusan yang terkait. Diharapkan melalui generasi-generasi muda ini, apa yang menjadi visinya Saint-Gobain bisa tercipta atau terdeliver di setiap karya arsitek Indonesia dalam membuat suatu bangunan. Jadi sebenarnya itu tujuan utamanya.
Dan tadi saya juga amazed gitu, teman-teman dari teman-teman mahasiswa ini bisa menjelaskan secara bagus gitu dalam bahasa Inggris, dan ini kita memang meminta itu untuk persiapan ya Bu ya. Jikalau nanti salah satu dari teman-teman ini terpilih menjadi pemenang, karena berarti nanti presentnya langsung di Prancis ya Bu ya?
Betul, nanti presentnya langsung di Prancis, dihadiri oleh arsitek-arsitek ternama juga. Saya belum tahu nanti arsiteknya dari apakah dari negara Prancis ada ataupun dari negara lainnya. Kemudian ya dikasih waktu pula lagi berbahasa Inggris, dikasih waktu pula. Ya kan, groginya udah luar biasa. Tapi ada satu hal di sini. Jadi teman-teman semua atau adik-adik semua jangan grogi, karena bahasa Inggris yang mereka gunakan dari berbagai negara juga tidak sebagus kalian ini yang tadi present tuh bertiga. Gitu loh. Jadi jangan nggak pede ya. Santai aja, karena sebenarnya ketika pas hari haknya, ketika mereka present, jangan dipikir bahwa bahasa Inggris mereka memang udah bagus. Nggak seperti itu. Ternyata ya bahasa Inggris banyak yang bahasa Tarsan juga. Tapi kalau kita pede, semuanya nggak akan kelihatan, ya kan? Tadi luar biasa tuh yang 3 finalis tadi.
Nah, setelah nanti siapapun yang terpilih gitu, menurut saya sih 3 teman-teman dari Universitas Tanjung, dari UPH, dari ITB, menurut saya udah pemenang sih Bu gitu, karena sudah menyisihkan gitu ya dari puluhan desain yang masuk dan akhirnya tersqueeze jadi 3 besar. Nah nantinya bagi salah satu teman-teman dari universitas ini pada saat menjadi pemenang, apakah desainnya itu akan langsung disubmit ke international stage atau kita bantu untuk mengkurasi atau membantu untuk lebih menyempurnakan kembali desainnya Bu?
Ya, pertanyaannya bagus Mas Bayu. Jadi setelah hari ini kita tahu nih siapa yang akan masuk sebagai perwakilan Indonesia di stage internasional. Kita masih ada waktu nih sebenarnya. Kita curi waktu sih sebenarnya ya. Kita masih ada waktu untuk submit ke sentral ya di Paris. Nah, di waktu ini yang akan kita gunakan lagi dari tim Saint-Gobain Indonesia ada Kang Wenda, ada Mbak Stella, dan nanti akan dibantu juga dengan yang lain untuk menyempurnakan lagi. Karena semangat kita adalah bagaimana at least kita bisa masuk 3 besarnya lah ketika kompetisi ini berlangsung. Walaupun ada 5 ya, ada 5 5 pemenang ya, juara 1, 2, 3 dan yang 2 lagi lebih ke kalau di Indonesia sih harapan lah ya. Tapi setidaknya kalau misalnya mereka bisa sampai masuk, wah luar biasa nih bangganya kita semua yang ada di Indonesia.
Setuju banget Bu. Dan setelah itu mungkin, nah ini di sini masih terjadi sesi alat penjurian offline nih Bu. Ini kita lihat juga.
Wah dari ya nggak sekarang nggak tadi offline pada alot semua nih karena karyanya keren-keren. Saya juga nggak bisa bayangin tuh bikinnya gimana ya.
Baik, di sini saya sudah memegang keputusan dari juri siapa saja yang akan memenangkan Sayembara Multi Comfort Student Contest tahun 2020 ini. Juara kedua dari Multi Comfort Student Contest 2020 ini adalah Oke, selamat kepada Universitas Tanjung Pura dengan nomor registrasi 193211. Ke penentuan juara 1. Apakah dari Universitas UPH dengan nomor registrasi 193341 atau dari Institut Teknologi Bandung dengan nomor registrasi 194021. Siap-siap berbaca doa? Oke, silakan. Oke, selamat kepada para pemenang. Yang pemenang pertama untuk Sayembara Multi Comfort Student Contest 2020 tahap nasional adalah Institut Teknologi Bandung dengan nomor registrasi 194021. Kita kasih tepuk tangan semuanya. Dan juara ketiga adalah Universitas Pelita Harapan dengan nomor registrasi 193341. Selamat kepada para pemenang. Dan semoga para pemenang ini dapat mewakili rekan-rekan dari Indonesia untuk mengharumkan nama Indonesia di kancah internasional. Dan juga jangan lupa untuk nantikan Sayembara Multi Comfort Student Contest 2021 nantinya.
Go, bro.